unlike his team for the last 7 weeks, Baxter has shown up for this episode. Baxter, mate, good to have you back. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm trying to get over this cold, but nonetheless, let's just rip into it, eh?
Obviously, guys, we are to go on for 10 show. We have gone over 300 subscribers last night, so help us get to the next goal of 350 and 400 and beyond. So thank you for the support, but we are here to review the games for this week. So let's jump straight into the first game of not so Super Saturday with just 2 games, but you've got the Bulldogs taking on the Cronulla Sharks. It's coming at you from 5:30 p.m. on Saturday. Baxter, talk to me about this lineup.
Yeah, you got Chaz Perham in the fullback role, Declan Casey and Braden Burns in the wing position, Jake Averillo, Paul Amorotti in the centres, Kyle Flanagan and Matt Burton in the halves, Max King and Junior Pangai Jr. in the forward role with Reed Marnie in the hooker position. Corey Waddell, Jacob Preston, and Raymond Mariner round out the pack. Josh Reynolds, Jaden Ockenburr, Andrew Dacey, and Ryan Sutton to make the bench, and Carl Opolu to make the 18th man jersey with some players to shift around in the 22-man name squad.
Yeah, it's an interesting squad. Obviously, Jake Averillo does survive. He did hurt his knee last game. We thought he was going to be out, so that's good to know. But he did survive the 24-hour update. But it has kind of cold in a little bit as we are closer to the game. So your 18th man, I guess you could put it, will be Jarrell Skelton with Jackson Topine as number 20 now. So you've got 2 players left on the bench. I don't really expect either of them to come into this squad, if I'm being completely honest. I think they'll run out as named, but it'll be interesting to see what happens, especially if Averillo can't get through this. But Baxter, what do you make of this team? Obviously, they are hit with massive injuries. They do seem to be struggling without Adokar and co, but what do you think? Do you think they can get the job done? And then we'll talk about the next slide.
Really, they're really struggling without Foxy on the wing there. He's really a key part, both on and off the field. He's got that leadership experience, and bringing to those younger players on his inside can really make a difference. But I forget who they're playing, but at the moment, before you even touch on it, we're playing the Sharks, and it's going to be an interesting one as we look into the Sharks lineup.
So you've got William Kennedy, Sione Katoa, Jesse Ramian, CSC Fatalakai, Ronaldo Militalo, Matt Moylan, Nico Hines, Oregon Kafusi, Blake Braley, Brendan Hamlin-Ueli, Britton Nakora, Teague Wilton, Cameron McInnes, Wade Graham, Jack Williams, Royce Hunt, Thomas Hazelton rounding off the bench with Braden Trindle, Connor Tracy, Tuku Hua, Tapua, Mawani Hiroti, and Jaden Beryl. Now, obviously, as same Finn with the other side, the 2 players that have survived this cut are Braden Trindle and Connor Tracy. So they will run out 1 through 17 with 18 and 19 surviving on the bench. So I think this is a strong squad. I think the worst thing if you're a Bulldogs fan is Nico Hines is playing for an Origin jersey. He knows his name's been thrown around. He's playing for that Origin jersey, so I do expect him to come firing. But Baxter, before we give our predictions, what do you make of this Cronulla Sharks side?
Yeah, it's strong. It speaks for itself in past performances. They looked really good against the Warriors many weeks ago, even though they lost. Again, last week they looked even better. A good result after that loss, but this is a side you expect a minimum 7 out of 10 every week, and when they're on, and I believe Nico has already got that number 6 jersey for New South Wales, in my opinion.
And what do you make of this game? I mean, I can't disagree with you. I think Nico does deserve to come into the squad in that 6 role, but it's just going to be interesting to see if they stick with what's won them titles, New South Wales, because obviously that's what's helped Queensland for so many years. They've stuck with a squad regardless of how good they've gone throughout the season. They've stuck with that squad. So I think he'll be in the squad one way or the other, whether it's the 6, whether it's the 14 with Jack Wyden's announcement. I think he'll be in the squad one way or another. But what do you make of this game? What's your prediction for this one?
Yeah, I've got I've got Sharks winning 1-12 here. I think it'll be a tie to 1, given that the state of both teams, and I think the Dogs will get up, but they'll come up short, and Sharks will win at 1-12.
Well, we just one different too. I know I made it a bit fun yesterday, and that bit me in the ass going with the Eels instead of the Broncos. So we are 3-3 going into today's game, but I'm going to go to Sharks 13+. I think there's way too much class going across this park for this side. The Bulldogs, I'm not saying you don't have class, but you're definitely lacking with the players that you do have out. I think if you get around, you can win a few games now leading into Origin, kind of win those games for Origin. I think you'll be good once you get your players back in the back end of the season. But for now, I think this is going to get ugly. I think this could be another 20, 30, 40-point win if the Sharks really put their foot down. So you've gone Sharks 1-12. I've done Sharks 13+.